Hi there everybody and welcome to 5 Minute React for Doctor Who Series 10, Episode 10, The Eaters of Light. 5 minutes starting now. Okay, so this episode has some ups and some downs. It was an interesting episode in some ways, but a bit of a boring episode in other ways. It was another one of those episodes that's more character driven than it is plot driven, a bit like Thin Ice, in the sense that the episode is more about the characters, the supporting cast with the Doctor and what they do, than about what the monster does. The episode is very focused on that, and there are some great episodes like that out there, and that's fine, but that monster, that Light Eater, we didn't see too much of it, which is a bit of a shame because it looked fantastic. I say, with its things, its prongs, whatever coming out of it, it was a really well made, I'm assuming CGI creature. It looked fantastic, and I really wish that we could have seen more of it than we did. Now, I found it quite funny that Nardole spent the entire episode in his pyjamas and his dressing gown. That was quite funny. The highlight, though, of this episode for me there were a couple of highlights for me. First highlight was Peter Capaldi's brilliant speech about growing up, when he was basically getting the Scots and the Romans to stop fighting. And the other standout moment for me was obviously the bit at the end where we had another Missy cameo, which is fantastic, which was really well acted out and really fun. I am going to talk about the Next Time trailer now because my god, that looks fantastic. Missy's taking centre stage, and we've got the Cybermen, the 1966 Cybermen, and John Sims Master. Oh, this is going to be good. Anyway, back to the Eaters of Light. I enjoyed watching it for what it was. Now, this episode was written by Rona Munro, who I've not heard of before. I'm thinking she's a new writer to Doctor Who, but I'm not entirely sure. But I believe that to be the case. Anyway, cool. Crikey, we've still got half the time left. I actually don't have a lot to say about this episode, and I guess that's because, well, I hate to say it was generic. It was another episode where the danger and the monster is in the background, and the stuff that's happening in the foreground is the same thing that happens in these sorts of stories all the time. We have some characters, they're having a squabble, and the Doctor has to stop them from squabbling and get them focused on what the actual problem is. And I hate to say it, but it's been done before. In fact, we've even, it's been done several times, in Doctor Who, where the actual focus has been more on getting the supporting cast to stop fighting with each other than it has been on dealing with the actual danger. And, so that was a little disappointing. The Next Time trailer for this episode didn't exactly say too much about what the episode was going to be about, so, I kind of went into this episode feeling very blind, I knew it would have something to do with the Romans, but other than that, I had no idea what to expect. That's the thing. Oh god, what was the other thing I was going to say? Oh shit. Oh god, I forgot. I was going to say something else then, and it's completely gone. I guess it's because I'm too busy thinking about this bloody English exam I've got to sit tomorrow morning. Oh, no, sorry, it's gone. Not too many comedic moments. Oh, that's what I was going to talk about. Obviously, we know by now, this far in the series, Bill's gay. I found that very odd, the reaction that the Romans had to Bill being gay. And it's like, it seems to me like the writers or the BBC want to be so PC about everything, I mean, I'm not homophobic in any way. Hell no. it's like somehow I don't think that I mean, I could be completely wrong here, but somehow I don't recall any point in history where the Romans would have been okay with someone being gay. But I don't know, I could be wrong about that. You know, I don't generally like to bring these things up in conversation because it just causes such a debate. But I just thought I'd point it out, you know, I'm not, you know, that wasn't the reaction that I was expecting, you know. I was expecting the Romans to sort of be against Bill for it purely because, you know, on the basis of religion and all that sort of stuff, and it doesn't happen. And I mean, I know that it's the 21st century and we want to be PC, but for God's sake, we've got to be historically accurate on these things. But 5 minutes are up. I've already spoken about the Next Time trailer, and yeah, and also I've got to study for this exam tomorrow, so haven't got time to do another take. So that's it for now, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.